Welcome back to HA Tech, and today on the show we're going to be talking about monitors. That's right. One of the common things that people call about at help desk is their monitors are not working, or something's just not right, the display is messed up, whatever it may be. That's kind of the common thing. But today we're going to talk about how to get those set up, whether you're using a docking station, laptop, desktop. It's all pretty much the same concept. As always, get yourself a beverage, sit back, take some notes, follow along with me as we dive into the world of monitors. First things first, hardware. What do we need? Well, obviously, you need a monitor that's right there. You need one of those. And you need it connected to your laptop over here, which is connected by HDMI cabling. So, you'll need an HDMI cord, like so. It's gonna be that kind of a shape right there that you're looking for. Got a spare laptop right here. That's pretty much an example. Make an example out of it. And you just want to simply fit it right in here. It's kind of like, those children's toys where you're trying to learn your shapes and fit them in the right shaped holes, That's exactly what you're doing right here. Very simple, very easy to do. And you just want to make sure when you plug it in, make sure it's securely plugged in and all the way in. Same thing for the other end. You'll plug it into the back of the monitor and the same exact shape for that port as well. Make sure your power cable is plugged in as well. Make sure it is plugged into the outlet. Make sure the monitor is turned on. Those are some of the biggest things that people don't realize. Oh, it's not plugged in, or it's not turned on, or the cord is disconnected. You want to make sure whenever you get started, make sure everything is in place, everything is plugged in. Re-verify that it's all connected. Now, your monitors may not have HDMI cabling. Maybe it's a different cable. This is the current standard anymore these days, but back in the day, we used to use what is called VGA. This is what this looks like right there. That's the old set right there. There's still some out there that has that. Or maybe it's what is called DP or DisplayPort cabling. Kind of similar to HDMI, but a little bit different shaped. You may see some of those out there too out in the field. So that being said, that's all the hardware side of it. Let's get right into the technical side on the system. Now that we have our monitors plugged in and ready to go, let's right click anywhere, and I mean anywhere on the desktop. So let's just go right here. We're going to right click and a box is going to pop open. You want to go to display settings right here, display settings. Go ahead and click on that real quick. And another box is going to open up and it's going to take us to our system display. Right here, there's our monitors. We have two monitors connected right now. We got monitor 1, which is the laptop. Monitor 2, which is the one you're currently viewing. How do you know this? You can simply click identify and it's going to flash up a number in the lower left hand corner. You can't really see it since we're zoomed in, but it's flashing up monitor 2 for the one that we're currently viewing. So if you click on this, you can select that particular monitor and adjust any of these settings down here, or you click on this and adjust any of these settings as well for that particular monitor. Monitor 1, here is my laptop screen. Monitor 2 is my other monitor. So this is my main display. If you look at here, make this my main display. This is check mark for the main display. How is the main display? Icons. That's how. So I made this my main display. Now, if I wanted to move that, I could simply click on this monitor and then check mark that box there to move the icons to the other screen to make that my main display. But I'm not going to do that for this because I have it set the way I want it set. Now, sometimes when you are plugging in new monitors and such, they may just simply be checked as duplicate. This tends to be the default selection whenever you plug in new monitors. So in that case, you want to make sure you highlight extend these displays if you want to work off of multi-monitors and not have everything duplicated on the screen or show only one or show only two. All right, so you want to make sure this is chosen as extend these displays. That way you can move your mouse across all screens and just move windows across multiple screens like so. Now, the other fun part is you can arrange the monitors however you would like them to do. So if you want a fluid flow, like my laptop's on my left side, which is monitor 1, it is currently set to the way I like it. Now let's just say, for example, the laptop is monitor 2 and it's on my left side. Physically, you want to drag this over and make it move over there and then simply hit apply. Now you can arrange this however you want. Look at that. That's crazy. You can just simply do that. So you can arrange it however you want to do it, however your monitors are physically set up. You can play around with that, have fun. I'm going to click cancel because I don't want to mess anything up. Let's scroll down a little further here. These here I don't really mess with. I just leave them as is. If for whatever reason your monitors are not showing up, you want to click the detect button to help detect that. Now I'm going to say this, it is a 50-50 chance that it's going to work based on my personal experience. Maybe you have better luck than me. But usually if it works, it automatically picks it up for you. You don't have to use that. But if it doesn't, try that. Try clicking detect to detect the monitor. So I'm going to click on there since we didn't find any other monitors, which is good because I only have 2. So, and as you can see, they're already working. We're good there. Here's this one for connect to a wireless display. I don't have a wireless display. I don't know anybody that owns a wireless display. Maybe you do, but I don't know anybody and I don't own one either. So we're going to move on from that. You got brightness and color. You can adjust the brightness, go to night light, do your, what is this one called? HDR. It tells you right here, high dynamic range for games, videos, and apps. This depends on your PC and displays. Give you a little bit of information about that. I don't really use this either, so I'm going to ignore that and scroll back down here. The other part here is, you want to make sure your scale and display resolutions are set to recommended settings. This is preferred. You want to make sure it's set to the recommended settings for best performance. I mean, you can play around with it if you like, but I don't recommend it, and neither do they because they have it highlighted as recommended. So do the recommended ones. I encourage that. Now you can go here and you can flip the orientation of your monitors as well. Maybe you want a vertical monitor. You want to switch to portrait. There you go. So we're going to leave it as landscape because, again, they're all horizontal. We're going to stick with the landscape side. Now let's just say we've done everything we can to troubleshoot. All right. And the monitors are still not working. You always want to make sure you re-verify your cables, make sure the cables are plugged in properly, make sure everything's turned on, and your monitors are set to whatever video cable that you're using, such as HDMI or VGA or DisplayPort. If for whatever reason you've done all that and it's still not working, then it's a driver issue that you are experiencing. So maybe you got a new laptop. Well, I guarantee you probably need to run updates. And in order to do that, you need to check for updates. How do we do that? The little handy dandy search box down below on your screen, which again, we're zoomed in, so we're going to type it down here. Check for updates. Already populated right here. We're going to click on that. And we are simply, once this pulls up here, click this button right here to check for updates. The one you're going to look for is Intel Corporation Display. That's going to help with the monitors. That's the update you're looking for. And if it's not listed there and you're still in trouble, go to intel.com, go under support, go to the drivers, and you can download the driver there. Or if you're working off of a dock, you can go to whatever manufacturer website, such as Dell, HP, Lenovo, and download a Display Link driver. That is for docking stations. So for example, I have Dell website already pulled up here, and we can go under here to support, and you'll go down to drivers and downloads. Now it'll be similar like in HP's website and Lenovo's and such. So go ahead and click on that. Wow, what happened here? Hit refresh if something weird happens like this. Just hit refresh. There you go. That's a bonus for y'all. Now, you can also have these updates, which I do recommend. If whatever product you're using, you can set it up to where you can get an install done to run the updates, and it's going to do it for you. It's going to identify which drivers you need. But if you're looking at a specific one, you can just pull up your model right here. In order to find your model number, you can go to command prompt and type in system info to look that up if you like, or you can go to about your PC. It'll tell you the same thing there. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this again since it's already set up the way I need it set up. I'm going to let this kind of do its thing here. Give it a moment. Still waiting. I don't know why it's being slow. Get yourself a beverage for a moment. Wow, it's taking a sweet time. I don't understand what's happening. I'm gonna hit refresh. Come on now. There it goes. Refresh. If you have to, refresh the page. We'll do a lesson on web browser stuff later on. So you want to expand that? Go here and type in display. Hit enter. Now I don't know why this is popping up with this. It says this device is this. I don't want that. I want to click on this tab here. That's not what I'm looking for. There it is, display link dock driver. So you'll want to make sure it says it's recommended for this model, of course. This is the latest update. Just simply click download, let it install. That's it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for checking us out. Hope you guys learned something about monitors on this episode. As always, stay safe out there and take care.